The ship's movements are so erratic that Zafira feels a cold chill run down her spine. It's as if the very laws of physics no longer apply to this vessel. She tries to make sense of the data, but no matter how hard she analyzes it, she can't figure out what's going on. Her fingers race across the console, typing commands, pulling up different simulations, but nothing matches what she's seeing. This is no ordinary spacecraft. With each new scan, the data becomes more and more incomprehensible. The spacecraft doesn't just break the speed of light. It seems to phase through different dimensions, briefly disappearing and reappearing in a different part of space altogether. The ship seems to be defying all rules of physics and logic. Zafira's mind races with questions. What kind of technology is this? How is it even possible? Her curiosity is matched only by her growing panic. She can feel the weight of the situation bearing down on her. She's the only one in the station who's seen the readings. She wonders if her colleagues would believe her, or if they would think she was losing her mind. Could this be some kind of new alien technology, or is this something entirely beyond their understanding? As Zafira struggles to make sense of the situation, she watches the spacecraft on her screen once again. It makes an unexpected jump, disappearing in a burst of light, only to reappear in a different location. This time, the ship doesn't just jump across space. It seems to break through the boundaries of space-time itself, leaving a distorted trail behind it. The station's sensors fail to track it, unable to keep up with the ship's impossible movements. The readings go haywire, and Zafira's heart races. She knows that this is no ordinary occurrence. The data is unlike anything she's ever seen in her career. She can feel the terror creeping in as she realizes the implications. Whoever or whatever controls this ship possesses a technology that far exceeds their own. It could be a threat, an unknown force that could change the balance of power in the galaxy. The tension in the room is palpable. Zafira quickly sends a message to the Galactic Council, the governing body of the galaxy. She knows that they must be informed immediately. She explains the situation in as much detail as possible, describing the ship's movements and the violations of known physics. The council members must know about this. They have to send their most experienced scientists and military personnel to investigate. Zafira is uncertain about what to do next, but she knows one thing for sure. This isn't something she can handle alone. The message is sent, and Zafira waits, staring at the screen, her mind racing. She tries to calm herself, but the uncertainty and fear of the unknown are overwhelming. She's never encountered anything like this before. What kind of alien race could possess such technology? And why were they keeping it hidden? Was this just an isolated event, or was it a sign of something much larger? As Zafira waits for a response from the Galactic Council, she watches the screen. The ship doesn't disappear this time. Instead, it seems to stop for a moment, hovering in space. The ship is now so close that she can see it clearly on her monitor. It's sleek and metallic, with a strange, almost organic design. The way it pulses with energy reminds her of some of the more mysterious phenomena she's studied in the past. But this is different. This is beyond anything she's ever encountered. Suddenly, the ship shifts again, and Zafira's heart skips a beat. The ship doesn't move. It phases out of existence, its form shimmering and bending as though it's being pulled into another dimension. The readings go blank, and for a moment, Zafira thinks that the ship has disappeared for good. But then, with a flash, it reappears, this time even further away than before. It's as if the ship is playing with the very fabric of reality itself. Zafira slams her fist on the console in frustration. This doesn't make any sense. She mutters to herself. She's desperate for an explanation. For something, anything, that could make this more understandable. But the data is impossible to decipher, and every attempt to track the ship fails. In a frantic moment, she realizes that the spacecraft has gone beyond the limits of their technology. Their sensors can't track it. Their scanners are useless. The only thing Zafira can do now is wait for the Galactic Council's response, hoping that their resources can shed some light on this mystery. Yuman's ship has entered their space, and it's unlike anything they've ever encountered. If the Galactic Council doesn't act quickly, the consequences could be disastrous. Sapphira's thoughts race as she wonders what the ship's arrival means. Could it be a sign of an invasion? Or could it be something even worse, something that challenges everything they know about the universe? The answers are out there, somewhere in the vast, unknown expanse of space. But for now, all Zafira can do is wait for the Council to take action, and pray that humanity's technology isn't as dangerous as it appears. The story ends with her staring at the empty screen, her heart pounding in her chest, her mind racing with 1,000 different possibilities. What was humanity hiding? And what would happen when the Council finally found out? The story continues with Dr. Zafira anxiously waiting for the Galactic Council's decision on the mysterious human spacecraft that has disrupted the laws of physics. As the message she sent earlier finally reaches the Council, a massive meeting takes place within the Council's grand chamber. The chamber is vast, a high-tech room with holographic displays and representatives from various alien species seated at a circular table. These species have dominated the galaxy for millennia, and their collective power is unmatched. The Council consists of the most powerful beings in the galaxy, including the towering insectoid-like Veruthians, the ethereal and almost invisible Vathuri, and the technologically advanced Kaelners. The room is filled with murmurs as members from each species prepare to hear Dr. Zafira's report. For Zafira, this is a crucial moment. She knows that her findings could change the course of the galaxy, and she feels a sense of nervous anticipation as she steps forward to present the data. When Zafira begins to explain the situation, the data on the human spacecraft flickers on the holographic display. She describes the ship's impossible maneuvers, its ability to bend light and distort spacetime, and the fact that it seems to defy all known laws of physics. As she talks, her voice filled with a mix of awe and fear, she looks around the room, watching the reactions of the Council members. But as she finishes her presentation, a heavy silence falls over the chamber. Many of the Council members exchange skeptical glances, some even chuckling softly under their breath. The Kaelners, a species known for their advanced artificial intelligence and robotic bodies, are the first to speak. Dr. Zafira, one of the Kaelners, says, his voice cold and calculated, "Are you suggesting that these primitive humans have somehow unlocked the secrets of interdimensional travel? That their spacecraft can bend reality and break the speed of light?" His tone is dismissive, and the Council members nod in agreement. The idea of humanity accomplishing such feats is almost laughable to them. After all, the humans are still considered an underdeveloped species in the eyes of most alien races. Zafira tries to argue, her voice trembling slightly. "I know it's hard to believe, but the data is right here in front of you. The ship's movements, its energy signature, are beyond anything we've ever seen. We cannot afford to ignore this." But the Vathuri, a race of translucent, almost ghost-like beings, speak next. "What you are proposing is a fantasy, Zafira. Humans are still living on their primitive planet, fighting among themselves. How could they possibly possess the technology to perform such feats? This is nothing more than an anomaly, a misunderstanding." As Zafira watches, frustration builds inside her. She feels like she's speaking to a wall. These beings, some of the most powerful and intelligent in the galaxy, simply refuse to believe her. Their pride is too great to accept the possibility that a primitive race like humanity could possess technology that defies their understanding. Just when Zafira feels like all hope is lost, an unexpected voice speaks up. Gorak, an older, grizzled member of the Council, leans forward in his seat. He is a Krulian, a species of massive, muscular beings with thick armor-like skin. Gorak's race is known for their wisdom and long lifespans. He's seen many battles and witnessed the rise and fall of countless empires, but he has always had a deep respect for the humans. He has heard of their strength, their determination, and their ability to overcome any obstacle. "I think you all are making a mistake," Gorak says, his voice deep and filled with emotion. The room quiets as all eyes turn to him. "I have been watching humanity for a long time. I have heard of their battles, their survival against impossible odds, and their unyielding spirit. Their determination is their greatest strength. If you underestimate them, you will regret it." There is a moment of silence as the other council members stare at Gorak. His words resonate with power, and for a brief moment, even the skeptical members begin to rethink their stance. "You may think of them as weak, primitive, and unworthy of your attention," Gorak continues, "but I have seen enough to know that humans are capable of extraordinary things. If we dismiss them, we might find ourselves in a situation where they outsmart us. I warn you, do not underestimate them." The tension in the room is palpable. Some council members look uncomfortable, as if they are starting to see the possibility of what Gorak is saying. Others remain unconvinced, still dismissing the humans as no more than a minor species in the grand scheme of things. Despite Gorak's impassioned speech, the council remains divided. Some are still too proud, too confident in their superiority, to accept the possibility that humanity could pose a threat. But there is one thing that even the most arrogant council members cannot deny: humanity's unpredictability. The humans have faced countless challenges in their history, and every time, they'd found a way to survive. Maybe Gorak is right. Maybe it's not just their technology that makes them dangerous. It's their will to succeed, no matter the cost. The debate goes on for hours, with tensions rising as different factions voice their opinions. Some council members believe that the human spacecraft is a unique, one-time anomaly, while others fear that it's the beginning of something much larger, a sign that humanity is catching up to the advanced races of the galaxy. Eventually, the council reaches a decision. The Galactic Council agrees to send a powerful fleet to investigate the human spacecraft, hoping to determine its origins and capabilities. They send a fleet of elite soldiers and scientists, equipped with advanced weapons and technology, to capture the human ship and bring it back for study. But as the council debates, there's a darker side to their decision. Not all of them want to simply study the human technology. They want to destroy it before it becomes a threat. Some of the more aggressive factions, seeing the potential of humanity's growing power, fear that the humans could one day challenge their supremacy. They begin to whisper among themselves, plotting to take action against humanity before they grow too strong. In the midst of all this chaos, Gorak speaks again, his voice more urgent this time. "If we allow our fear to guide us, we may make a grave mistake. We should not act out of fear or pride. We must approach this carefully and with respect for the human's potential. Only then will we truly understand what they are capable of." As Gorak's words echo through the chamber, the council faces a critical decision. Will they destroy humanity, or will they take the time to understand them? The stakes are high, and the fate of the galaxy hangs in the balance. The story ends with the council's decision to send the fleet, but with an air of uncertainty. Will Gorak's warning be heeded, or will the darker factions of the council succeed in their plan to eliminate humanity before it becomes a true threat? Only time will tell. As the story progresses, we are introduced to Captain Alex, the bold and charismatic leader of the human spacecraft. The camera pans across the futuristic interior of the human ship, showcasing a blend of cutting-edge technology, sleek walls, glowing control panels, and a palpable atmosphere of anticipation. The ship itself is a masterpiece of human ingenuity, equipped with advanced cloaking devices, quantum engines, and AI-powered systems. It's a far cry from the primitive technology that the alien races have dismissed humans for. This ship represents human progress, and it's a symbol of what they can achieve when pushed to their limits. Captain Alex stands in front of his crew in the command center, his eyes sharp and determined. His reputation precedes him. Known for making impossible decisions and leading his crew into battle, Alex has a reputation that instills both respect and fear. His leadership is unmatched, and he's seen his fair share of danger. But this mission is different. This time, it's not just about science. It's about protecting Earth, the home he loves and will do anything to protect. He looks over his team: engineers, soldiers, AI specialists, and scientists, each one of them a crucial part of the mission. As Alex scans their faces, he sees the same mix of nerves and determination. They all know what's at stake: their mission, the Galactic Council's response, and the unknown threat they are about to face are more than just challenges. They're the key to human survival in the face of an overwhelmingly advanced galaxy. Alex steps forward, his voice calm but filled with purpose. Listen up, everyone. This isn't just another mission. This isn't just about gathering information or proving ourselves. We are venturing into the unknown for one reason: to protect our home, Earth. The Galactic Council sees us as weak. They think we can't handle this, that we are no match for the advanced races out there. But we know better. We've survived against all odds, and we're going to do it again. We're not just going to explore the stars. We're going to show the galaxy who we are. The crew listens intently, their faces serious, as Alex's words sink in. He has always been a source of inspiration, and his confidence is contagious. The crew members exchange glances, knowing that what they're about to do isn't just about science or exploration. It's about something far greater. It's about proving humanity's strength, about showing the galaxy that they cannot be underestimated. Earth's future rests on their shoulders. Prepare yourselves, Alex continues, his voice steady. This mission is dangerous, and we have no idea what we'll encounter out there. But one thing is certain: we will face it together. We are the human race, and we will not back down. There's a palpable emotional charge in the air as the crew members nod in agreement. They trust their captain with their lives, and they are ready to follow him into the unknown. It's clear that the bond between them is strong. It's not just about technology or tactics. It's about something deeper, something human that connects them all. As the crew members prepare for the journey, the ship hums with activity. Engineers fine-tune the quantum engines, ensuring that they can make the long-range jumps necessary to reach their destination. The AI specialists interface with the ship's neural systems, making sure that the cloaking devices will activate without fail. And the soldiers go over their weapons and armor, readying themselves for whatever dangers may lie ahead. The ship is an advanced marvel of human engineering, and yet, despite all the technological advancements, there is an undercurrent of tension. The crew knows that they are about to venture into uncharted territory, where anything could happen. The Galactic Council has already shown that they view humanity as little more than a nuisance, and now, with a powerful alien fleet pursuing them, they are about to face a galaxy that may not be as welcoming as they hoped. In the heart of the ship, Captain Alex stands at the command center, his eyes fixed on the massive screen in front of him. The ship's eye, a highly advanced program named EVE, speaks with a calm, soothing voice, confirming the ship's systems are ready for the jump. Captain, the experimental space-time drive is fully charged and ready for activation. All systems are functioning within optimal parameters. Alex looks at EVE, his face filled with determination. Activate the drive, he orders. As the command is given, there's a soft hum in the air, and the ship begins to vibrate gently. The space-time drive comes online with a sudden surge of energy, casting a bright light across the ship's dark interior. The crew braces themselves, holding their breath as the ship prepares for a jump unlike any they've attempted before. Suddenly, the entire ship lurches forward, and the crew feels a strange sensation in their bodies, a weightlessness, as if they've been briefly pulled out of reality itself. For a moment, the surroundings go dark, as if they are suspended in another dimension. The ship shakes violently as if struggling to stabilize. The crew holds on tight, their hands gripping the consoles as they brace for impact. The space-time drive has done something they didn't expect. It has shifted dimensions, leaving behind the alien pursuers that were tracking them just moments before. For a brief moment, They are lost in a void, floating in a place where time and space seem to warp and bend. The ship flickers in and out of existence, as if the very fabric of reality is being stretched to its limits. Status report. Alex demands, his voice urgent. EVE responds, her voice calm but laced with concern. Captain, we have successfully shifted dimensions. We are no longer in the same space-time continuum as before. Alien pursuit has been evaded, but we cannot predict what lies ahead. The fabric of reality is unstable here. The crew exchanges nervous glances. This is uncharted territory, a place where even their advanced technology cannot provide clear answers. It's a place of danger and uncertainty, and no one knows what they'll encounter next. But despite the fear and uncertainty, the crew remains focused. They know that they cannot afford to fail. The fate of Earth and humanity itself rests on their shoulders. They are humanity's last hope, and they will face whatever challenges come their way, together. As the ship moves further into this strange new dimension, Alex looks out at the vastness of space before him. His heart races with both fear and excitement. This is it, the final frontier, the unknown, and humanity is ready to face it, no matter what. We're ready for anything, Captain Alex says to his crew. Let's show the galaxy what humans can do. The ship moves forward into the unknown, leaving behind the familiar and entering a place where the laws of reality are no longer certain. As the crew prepares for what's to come, they know one thing for sure. This mission will change the course of human history, and they will never back down from the challenge. The journey has just begun. The tension in the air is palpable as the human spacecraft drifts through the void of space, hidden behind the cloaking devices that have kept it undetected so far. Captain Alex stands at the command center, his eyes scanning the vast expanse ahead, the darkness of space broken only by distant stars. The crew is on edge, knowing they are entering dangerous territory that is now under the watchful eye of the Galactic Council. The alien fleet led by Zeroth, a ruthless and seasoned commander, is closing in. Zeroth's fleet is unlike anything humanity has ever encountered. The alien warships are massive, sleek, and menacing, each one bristling with advanced weaponry and energy shields. Robotic soldiers stand at the ready on the ships, their metallic bodies gleaming under the dim light of distant stars. These machines are programmed for one thing: to annihilate any threat, no matter the cost. The human ship, though armed with advanced AI-driven tactics and powerful weapons, is still far outmatched by the size and strength of Zeroth's fleet. Yet, Captain Alex refuses to let his crew succumb to fear. They are humanity's last hope, and they will fight with everything they have. The underdog mentality is strong with them. They may not have the numbers, but they have the heart. Stay hidden, Alex orders, his voice steady but filled with urgency. The crew works quickly, maintaining the cloaking devices and keeping their position low on the radar. The AI calculates the optimal routes, helping them avoid detection for as long as possible. But the moment the ship exits the cloaking field, Zeroth's fleet will be on them like a pack of wolves. The countdown begins. Alex looks around at his crew. Each one is ready to fight, ready to protect the home they love. The first sign of danger comes in the form of a faint blip on the radar. Zeroth's fleet has found them. Time to go dark, Alex orders. With a swift motion, he activates the space-time drive to perform an emergency evasive maneuver. The ship lurches as it shifts dimensions once again, the fabric of reality bending around them. The human crew can only hold on as the ship veers violently in and out of different realities, the stars around them flickering in and out of existence. But it's not enough. The alien fleet has already adapted. Zeroth's ships use advanced tracking systems to lock onto the human ship, ignoring the cloaking devices with ease. The battle begins. A wave of enemy fire erupts from Zeroth's fleet, beams of intense energy cutting through space, targeting the human ship. Shields flash as the laser beams slam into them, creating blinding explosions. The human ship's eye calculates evasive movements, but the damage begins to mount. The ship shudders violently, and alarms blare through the command center. "Get ready," Captain Alex shouts. "Return fire." The human ship fires back with everything it has. Laser cannons roar to life, cutting through the void in brilliant streaks of light. The battle is a furious exchange of firepower, with the human ship outnumbered but not outmatched. Every shot fired is a desperate attempt to hold off the much stronger alien fleet. The crew works tirelessly, manning EMP blasts to disable enemy weapons and AI-driven tactics to predict the next moves of Xerath's fleet. But the odds are stacked against them. The alien warships have energy shields that absorb the brunt of the human fire, and their robotic soldiers launch deadly attacks on the human ship. The battle becomes a desperate struggle for survival. The ship is rocked by explosions, and the crew members are forced to work together like never before. Orbital bombardments rain down from Xerath's fleet, shaking the very structure of the human ship. Close quarters combat erupts in the corridors of the ship, where crew members are forced to fend off boarding parties of robotic soldiers. In the heat of the chaos, the crew's resolve is tested. As the enemy forces breach the inner hull, Captain Alex leads the defense. His voice booms through the intercom, ordering the crew to hold their ground and protect the ship at all costs. Soldiers take up defensive positions, engineers work frantically to repair damaged systems, and AI specialists do their best to outsmart the alien ships. The human crew is pushed to their limits. They fight with all they have, no advanced tech, no massive fleet, just their will to survive and the love they have for their home, Earth. The emotional weight of the battle is felt by everyone on board. This isn't just a fight for survival. It's a fight for humanity's place in the galaxy. Amid the intense action, there is one moment that stands out. Bonner, a loyal and brave crew member, is stationed near the command center, manning one of the defensive turrets. As a wave of robotic soldiers bursts through the door, Bonner fights valiantly, taking down several of the attackers with expert precision. But the odds are too great. A robotic soldier fires a deadly shot, hitting Bonner in the chest. Captain Alex hears Bonner's voice crackle through the comms, barely audible. "Captain," Bonner gasps, "we fight because we're human." With a final effort, Bonner pushes the firing controls of the turret, targeting the robotic soldiers that threaten the command center. The energy blast rips through the room, taking down the remaining enemy forces. But it's too late. Bonner is gone. The loss is heavy. The crew feels it deeply, but they know they cannot afford to dwell on it. Bonner's sacrifice is a powerful reminder of the stakes. He gave his life to protect the mission, to protect humanity. His words echo in the minds of the crew. "We fight, Captain, because we're human." The emotional impact is immediate. The crew, who have been fighting tooth and nail for their survival, now find new strength in their fallen comrades' words. The realization dawns on them. This is why they fight. They fight because they are human, because they have something worth protecting, something the alien races cannot understand or destroy. Bonner didn't die in vain, Captain Alex says, his voice strong with resolve. He showed us what it means to fight. Now we finish this. With renewed determination, the crew takes the fight to Xerath's fleet. The human ship's systems may be damaged, but the crew is more determined than ever. They engage in one final push, fighting through the onslaught of enemy fire with everything they have. The ship's weapon systems glow bright as the human ship makes a daring move, ramming through the weakened energy shields of Xerath's flagship. The final blow is struck, and Xerath's fleet begins to retreat, unable to handle the human resistance. As the battle winds down, the crew takes a moment to catch their breath. The damage is extensive, but they've survived. They've shown the galaxy that humanity is not to be underestimated. Xerath's fleet may have had the superior technology, but the human spirit was something they couldn't calculate or destroy. Captain Alex surveys the damage, his eyes scanning the crew, many of whom are injured or weary from the brutal battle. He knows the war is far from over, but they have won their first victory. And in doing so, they have sent a powerful message to the galaxy. Humanity will not go down without a fight. We fight because we're human. Alex repeats quietly, his heart heavy with loss but full of pride. This is just the beginning. The first confrontation may be over, but the journey ahead is only getting started, and humanity will face whatever challenges come their way, together. The battle is over, but the war is far from won. Captain Alex and his crew have managed to temporarily push back the alien fleet, but they know it's only a matter of time before Zeroth, the ruthless alien commander, regroups and strikes back with even more devastating force. The human ship, though battered and damaged, is still intact, barely. The crew, weary and scarred from the intense battle, gather in the command center, their faces reflecting the toll the fight has taken on them. Captain Alex stands at the helm, staring out into the vast, cold emptiness of space. The stars, once a symbol of endless possibilities, now seem distant and uncaring. His mind races, thinking of the sacrifices his crew has made, of the comrades they've lost. Bonner's final words still echo in his mind. We fight, Captain, because we're human. The emotional weight of the battle presses down on him. They have won this round, but the victory feels hollow when weighed against the lives lost. The death of Bonner, the bravery of his crew, they all fought with everything they had. And for what? A temporary respite. Zeroth's fleet, though weakened, is still out there, ready to retaliate with even more strength. But Alex refuses to give up. Humanity's survival is on the line, and he will not allow his people to be wiped out. There's a quiet defiance in his heart, a fire that refuses to be extinguished by the alien forces that seek to crush them. As the crew gathers around him, Alex knows that they have one last shot, a final weapon, one that could change everything. Listen up, Alex begins, his voice steady but filled with determination. We've bought ourselves some time, but Zeroth isn't going to stop. He'll be back, and he'll come with everything he's got. We need to be ready. The room falls silent, every crew member hanging on his words. They are all exhausted, physically and emotionally drained, but the spark of hope remains. They know that Alex is their leader, and under his command, they've faced impossible odds before. They will do it again. We have a weapon, Alex continues, his voice low but firm. It's called a gravity well bomb. It's experimental, dangerous, untested, and deadly. But it's our only chance. A gravity well bomb. The device is a last-ditch effort, capable of bending space-time itself and creating a miniature black hole. It's a weapon that could wipe out an entire fleet in an instant, but it comes with a huge risk. The human crew would need to get close enough to Zeroth's flagship to deploy it, and the gravity well could easily destroy their own ship along with the enemy. It's a one-way mission, Alex says, his voice unwavering. We use it, and we might not make it out, but if it works, we'll end this battle for good. No more alien fleets, no more threats. We protect Earth, or we die trying. The silence in the room is deafening. The crew knows the gravity well bomb is their only hope, but the cost is high. They've already lost so much. To risk everything again seems almost too much to bear, yet they know what needs to be done. They have come this far, and they will go to the very end. The emotional weight of the decision is evident on everyone's faces. Engineer Tessa, who has worked tirelessly to keep the ship in one piece, looks at Alex with a mixture of fear and determination. We'll do it, Captain, she says, her voice trembling but resolute. We've lost too much to turn back now. Lieutenant Mark, a seasoned soldier who has seen his fair share of battles, stands next to her. We're with you, Captain, whatever it takes. One by one, the crew members step forward, pledging their loyalty to Alex and their mission. There's no turning back now. The weight of their sacrifice is heavy on their hearts, but their resolve is unshakable. They know that if they don't act now, humanity will be lost forever. As the crew prepares to launch the gravity well bomb, Alex takes a moment to reflect. He walks to the observation deck of the ship, staring out at the alien fleet still lurking in the distance. The enemy is regrouping, and they will soon strike again. But Alex knows that humanity is capable of more than just survival. They are capable of defiance. We don't bow to threats, Alex mutters to himself. We stand tall, no matter the cost. The crew members are working furiously to prepare the gravity well bomb. Chief Engineer Laura oversees the final adjustments to the device, making sure it will work under the most extreme conditions. The tension in the air is thick, as each second that ticks by feels like a lifetime. We're ready, Laura says, wiping sweat from her brow. The bomb is good to go. But remember, this isn't just a weapon. It's a gamble. Alex nods, feeling the weight of her words. This could be their last stand, their final chance to make a difference. He turns to face his crew, each one of them ready to face the unknown, to make the ultimate sacrifice. The ship's eye alerts them that the gravity well bomb is set. We're primed and ready to go, Captain, the AI reports, its voice calm and detached. But Alex knows that this calm will soon be shattered when they make their move. As they approach Xerath's flagship, the tension rises to unbearable levels. Every crew member is tense, waiting for the moment when they will strike. Xerath's fleet looms large ahead, its intimidating ships bristling with weaponry, ready to deliver the final blow to humanity. But the crew of the human ship has no intention of going down without a fight. Alex gives the order. Deploy the bomb. The crew springs into action, making the final preparations. The human ship is closing in on Xerath's flagship, the gravity well bomb ready to be launched. Time seems to slow as they approach their target. The alien fleet is focused on their ship, unaware of the devastating weapon that's about to be unleashed. With a final breath, Alex watches as the gravity well bomb is released into the vast expanse of space. The device begins to activate, its energy building, bending space-time around it. The human ship veers off course, narrowly avoiding the expanding gravitational pull. In an instant, a black hole is formed, consuming everything in its path. The alien fleet, caught in the gravitational pull of the black hole, begins to collapse inward. Ships are ripped apart, their energy shields failing as they are consumed by the intense force. The black hole grows larger, pulling in everything around it. In the chaos, the human ship speeds away, narrowly escaping the pull of the black hole. But the ship is heavily damaged, its systems barely holding together. The crew knows that the damage is too severe for them to survive much longer. The gravity well bomb has done its job, but it has also cost them everything. Captain Alex looks around at his crew, their faces grim but filled with a quiet pride. They've done it. They've defied the odds. They've shown the galaxy that humanity will not be wiped out. They have proven that even in the face of certain death, humans will fight back. Mission accomplished, Alex says softly, his voice filled with emotion. We've protected Earth. We've shown them what it means to be human. The final sacrifice has been made, and humanity has proven that it will not go quietly into the night. The galaxy will never forget the defiance of the human race. The battlefield is chaos. In the vast expanse of space, two forces, worlds apart in technology and ideology, are locked in a final confrontation. The alien fleet, still reeling from the impact of the gravity well bomb, tries to regroup, but it is already too late. The human ship, battered and scarred from the previous battle, drifts silently through the void, its crew determined to finish what they started. They have faced overwhelming odds, but they are not backing down now. Captain Alex stands at the helm, his eyes locked onto the remains of the alien fleet ahead. He knows that this is their last chance, the final push that will decide the fate of humanity. His crew is worn out, their bodies exhausted, their spirits tested to the breaking point, but they are ready. They have fought through the worst, and they will not let this moment slip away. With a deep breath, Alex issues the command, Deploy the gravity bomb. As the bomb is released from the human ship, a surge of energy ripples through space. The gravity well bomb activates, its powerful force pulling at the very fabric of space-time. The alien ships, caught in the bomb's gravitational pull, are destabilized. Their advanced energy shields flicker and fail as they try to resist the wave of destruction. The explosion that follows is like nothing anyone has ever seen before. It is a massive burst of energy, sending shockwaves throughout the battlefield. Alien ships are torn apart as their hulls collapse under the intense pressure. The once formidable fleet, which had seemed invincible just hours before, is now a chaotic mess of twisted wreckage, drifting aimlessly in the wake of the explosion. Zaroth, the ruthless commander of the alien fleet, watches the destruction unfold with a mix of fury and disbelief. His eyes narrow as he witnesses the full extent of humanity's resilience. He had thought that their technology would be enough to crush these puny humans. But now, as his ships are torn apart one by one, he realizes that he has underestimated them. The humans are not just a threat because of their technology. They are a threat because of their willpower, their unity, and their refusal to give up. Zaroth's mind races as he processes the devastation. His fleet, once the pride of his empire, is in ruins. His ships, his soldiers, are no match for the human spirit. He had never considered that the real power of the humans might lie not in their technology, but in their hearts. The humans, on the other hand, are not celebrating their victory. There is no sense of triumph or glory. The battle has cost them dearly, and they know that the fight is far from over. They have just bought themselves a little more time. But for now, that is enough. They have proven that humanity can stand against even the most powerful of foes, that they can defy the odds and come out on top. Captain Alex stands silently as the alien fleet begins to retreat. The battle is over, but the scars of war are all around him. The crew has lost so much. Friends, comrades, and loved ones, but they have not lost their will to fight. They have held their ground, and now they can finally breathe. "We did it," Lieutenant Mark says quietly, his voice filled with relief. "We actually did it." Alex turns to face his crew, his expression hardening with the weight of their sacrifice. "We've won this battle," he says, his voice steady but filled with emotion. "But the war isn't over. Zaroth will return, and when he does, we'll be ready." The crew nods in agreement, understanding that the road ahead will be long and difficult. But for now, they can take comfort in the fact that they have faced the impossible and come out victorious. The human ship, battered but intact, begins its journey away from the battlefield. The alien fleet, in ruins and retreating, is left behind, a testament to the human spirit's unyielding strength. As the ship moves further into the void of space, the crew gathers together one last time to reflect on what they have accomplished. Dr. Zafira, the brilliant scientist who had been monitoring the events from her lab, watches the human ship disappear into the stars. She has witnessed firsthand the power of human determination, the strength that lies in their unity and courage. As she watches the ship vanish into the distance, she reflects on the lessons she has learned. The balance of power in the galaxy has shifted, and humanity has proven that they are not to be underestimated. Perhaps the real power of the galaxy lies in something more than just technology. She muses to herself. It lies in the spirit of humanity. As the human ship drifts further from the battlefield, it becomes just another small speck in the vastness of space. But to the humans aboard, it is more than just a ship. It is a symbol of their resilience, their will to survive, and their ability to overcome any obstacle, no matter how insurmountable it may seem. Captain Alex watches as Earth slowly comes into view on the ship's radar. It is their ultimate destination, the place they have fought for, the place they will protect at all costs. The weight of their journey is heavy on his heart, but there is also a sense of peace. They have done what they set out to do. They have defended their home, and they have proven that humanity's place in the galaxy is not just as survivors, but as warriors. As the ship heads back to Earth, the crew silently watches the stars outside their windows. The battle is over for now, but the fight for humanity's future is far from finished. They know that the road ahead will be filled with challenges, but they also know that they are ready. They have faced the impossible and come out victorious. And that, more than any technology or weapon, is what makes humanity truly powerful. The final shot of the story shows the human ship, battered and broken but still moving forward, leaving the alien fleet in ruins. The ship drifts into the stars, heading toward Earth, its ultimate destination, where the crew will be welcomed as heroes. But even as they approach their home, they know that their journey is far from over. There will always be more battles to fight, more enemies to face, but as long as humanity holds on to its spirit, it will never back down. The screen fades to black, and Dr. Zephyra's final thoughts echo in the silence. Perhaps the real power of the galaxy lies in something more than just technology. It lies in the spirit of humanity. And with that, the story ends, leaving the audience with a sense of hope, pride, and anticipation for the next chapter in humanity's journey across the stars.